your girl April. Come, let's ride. I wanted to do this ride along. I want to personally thank each and everyone for your support and the anniversary shout outs, guys. Anniversary, whether it's a year, 6 months, or however long you've been married, that's something worth to celebrate. You have to celebrate things that God created, and things that you already know. It can be a struggle. You just want to celebrate, just give God thanks for things like that. So I appreciate you all, who took the time out to write on the timeline and to celebrate, my anniversary with me. And I haven't posted last year, the last 8 years of my anniversary, but now I'm seeing that the little things you have to celebrate. It can be something as celebrating, probably, say if your goal was you would stop drinking sodas. If you made it like that week without drinking soda, celebrate. When you celebrate and you give praise and thanks, that makes the devil mad. And he don't like us no way. So you just want to just, give God the thanks and just celebrate, like even for the small things, any goal. No goals are too small. Nothing are too small or too big just to rejoice and celebrate about. I'm not, gonna talk about what's going on in the world. We all know what's going on in the world, but your world is your world. What you do, what you're thinking, what you're implying, anything, who you're around, that is your world. You make life. You make life, and the things that happens to you, probably most of the time, we can't control everything happen to us, but some of the things that do happen to us, if we take a self-analyzation and we just, just think about some of those things that, you can control. Some things you can be on top of and you can change. I'm more of a motivator. I like to motivate others, and I celebrate with others. Because that's how you get your blessings. When you motivate and celebrate other people, and that's what I like to do. I like to celebrate with others and things that they do and what they, accomplish. Guys, so, celebrate. Just make everything out of a celebration if you can. Nothing's too big, nothing is too small to celebrate. And, and speaking of, anniversary, marriages, and things of that sort, it's a saying like your first year of marriage can be rough and trying. Yes. And why is that? Because, you two people, each person is their own individual. And oftentimes before marriage or before you're courting or dating, you're trying to impress, to land a deal. Like you're trying to impress the other person. So they don't, especially if y'all not already living together, they don't see a lot of the things that goes on with you, because you're showing them what you want to show them. So with marriage, when you marry and say I do, and you start living your life, you start noticing things, and I guess at that point when you married, people start getting comfortable with one another, and they start letting their hair down more because they're comfortable. So that's when a lot of things that you may not like, since we all are unique individuals, a lot of things that you might not like, or you start to discover pet peeves. And a lot of times you are already dealing with your own self. So this is like now you combining the two. It's like a blended family. You're combining your stuff with the next person's stuff. And a lot of times, why people don't make it or why it's hard, because you don't have the tools. You don't have because life doesn't warn you or give you a warning about anything. A lot of times you don't have the tools that you need to fight, and some people don't fight hard enough. So that would, cause a lot of, problems or whatever within a relationship or marriage. Even it can be in a friendship. Either way, it always that honeymoon stage. You just get to know one another. You sweet on each other, and then here comes you get into the marriage, and then you have to do everything becomes like one. Like your decision becomes the next person's decision, or you might not like their decision, they might not like your decision. It's a lot to do, You know, it's a lot of compacted within, you know what I'm saying, a marriage. So, you know, it is work, you know, and, you know, and it is something that's not easy, you know, and that's why, you know, what I've been told, what I would encourage newlyweds is to link up with other newlyweds. Link up with, you know, people who've been seasoned, not other newlyweds, but people who've been married. You know what I'm saying? People who solely, and be careful with that, link up with people who solely, sometimes like it's neutral. They're not taking either side. So if you do have issues, person can help you navigate that. You know, link up with people that's like-minded. You know, people who, you know, they've been there, they've been seasoned, and they can help and coach you the right way through stuff, you know. Because a lot of times, you know, as I'm newlywed, like you getting to know the person, and, you know, and the person getting to know you, and, you know, the realness comes out. So a lot of times that can be kind of, you know, like, wow, I didn't know that. You know, I discovered that, you know, it's exciting, but at the same time, it's like, bam, you learning all kind of things all at one time. So, you know, that's the thing about marriage. And then as time goes on, you start to get used to one another, and you start to learn and figure things out. You get to come together more, communicate more. You get to, you know, learn that person's ways, and you try to respect that person's boundaries and everything. They do not write a book for this, you know. This is something you just got to feel out and just know the person, know your boundaries, know the other person's boundaries, know what you can tolerate, what that person can't tolerate. It's just figuring it out. It's like a puzzle. Every day you just figuring that stuff out. There's no rule book to that stuff. You know, it's no rule book to marriage, relationships, whatever. It is not. You know, so that's why, you know, I'm you know, big and celebrate, you know, and just looking at marriage a little differently, you know, because you know, there are a lot of influences out there. You know, there's social media, there's reality shows that depicts one thing, but then in real life it's not so. They only show you the glitz and glam or the bad side of stuff, not showing you the whole picture. So a lot of time your views can get distorted just by, you know, watching TV, reality shows, you know, reading books, looking at television shows, you know, stuff like that can kind of distort your view. You know what I'm saying? You know, on the marriage, you know, on a relationship in general. You know, so, you know, those are some things that, you know, why people may have it rough, or, you know, why there might be a snag in, you know, relationships or whatnot, because there's no rule book to it. Let's just be honest. There's no one right way of doing things. Even the most successful marriage, as we would say successful, I guess, because they didn't got a divorce or anything like that, but there still is work. There's still some things that might can happen in their marriage, might not work in your marriage, because everybody is different. So, you know, you just can't take one thing from somebody and just apply to your relationship and just run with it. You know, you have to know your spouse and know yourself as well, you know, and just try to come to a happy medium, a compromise. That's how that stuff is going to work. You know, and it's also best, like, you know, which I had to learn things. I had to bump my head and stuff. I had to learn stuff the hard way. Putting other people involved in your relationship, because a lot of times family can be biased. They're going to automatically take the side of the family member. You know, so I would suggest, if you have a problem, to go to your spouse first. You know, to go to them, see what y'all can do, work that stuff out. It's not good to always go to vent to a family member, anybody. It's kind of hard really to, like, y'all to vent and trust anybody these days in time. You know, like, a lot of times, you know, when I'm not too sure about people, and I haven't really been around them long enough to know how they are. A lot of time I just don't even bother. You know, a lot of things I just like pray about and just ask God. I just figure stuff out. I make a mistake first before I go to anybody. But you know what I'm saying? You have to know that. You have to know what works and what do not work. You know what I'm saying? You got to know that. And a lot of times, what I will suggest, what I think is good for, you know, a person that's that's newlywed, and maybe you don't have any kids. Date a little bit longer. Date longer. You can be dating while you're married. Try to like do extra things, do different things to spice the marriage up. Try to get out and explore. Sometimes you might have to get from around that old crowd and circle that you normally would hang around with. Go out, y'all. Enjoy. Go get a nice hotel, or go hiking. Go to the mountains. Do something different. Just spend that time, y'all, just learning one another, but do it in fun. Especially if you don't have the kids yet. You got that time. You got that more time of just y'all two. Do interesting things. Before the kids come, if you can do so. Just get away like from what you used to. Plan more. Try to do something at least about once a month. If you just y'all can do something in home. And now being that it's COVID season, you might want to do something in home. Do something fun. Y'all cook one another a nice meal. Or have a date night at home. Just pamper one another. You can do little things like that. Before the kids. Without the children, if you could. That's giving back, giving into the relationship, because a lot of times, married people, they have to work, they got to maintain. You're doing adulting, so just getting that special, unique time with, with the both of you, with just the two of you, all that helps, and you want to switch it up sometime, not just what you always used to doing, and also life should be about spontaneously stuff, just doing things just to be spontaneous, doing things different, from what you used to, finding new ventures, like that, all that makes you to be the healthy you. Doing different things. You should be tired. Everybody should be tired of doing the same thing all the time. You start to feel stale and stagnated. Do different stuff. If you can take baby steps, small steps. Do different things to first of all, to make yourself feel good. And you can bring that, contribute that to the relationship. So that things like that works. Anything like that works. Kind of cut back from a lot of big circles. A lot of times that's not good. You just want to. It should be about, most of the time, it should be about you, your spouse, and your family. Now if you like with business partners or whatever, you have to do that. That's different. That's just business. But all this, hanging out and just not you spending more time out there than you do in the home. That becomes your priority. So things like that. You want to take a look at that. That becomes your priority. Whatever you're engaging in and whatever you spend the most time in, that becomes priority. Some people work all the time. That's like their job become their family. You just got to kind of figure things. You have to know when enough is enough, when too much is too much. You just have to just know that. And me and my husband had like a lot of fun times. We did a lot of traveling and exploring. It was a season for all things. It was a season like just to get out, hang out, have fun, and it was a season just to get serious. And I think personally, the season I'm in now is just to get serious. I'm getting older, and I'm trying to be at a certain place at a certain time in my life. So I'm becoming more serious and just trying to set things up for my daughter, because my mindset changed like 9 years or so ago. I didn't have any kids, so my mind wasn't on the same level as somebody with kids. It was all about me. So I did things for me. You can say I probably was a little selfish. I didn't have that major responsibility. And now, since I have a child, it's like, okay, something click. Okay, this is what family, parenthood, motherhood, about, like all those terms, like my friends or associates used to have that had kids. Now I'm seeing what they're talking about. So I'm like, I'm taking things more serious. I'm starting to pay attention to different stuff, how to set myself up you know what I'm saying, like for success and just to set myself up just to have, you know, a better outcome, which I didn't have that mindset probably 8-9 years ago. So kids really do change you. It really do, you know, it really do grow you up. You know, a lot of things you have to sacrifice. You have to grow up, be more mature. It does. You know, it's a whole nother mindset when you have kids. So I mean, I've experienced that, you know, and it's like what you do can affect your kids. So you have to constantly be thinking about, you know, how I'm affecting my child. How is this going to play? How is this going to work out for me in the near future or tomorrow? So it's like constantly thinking and trying to make better decisions because, you know what I'm saying, I have a child. So all that, kids, I'm trying to tell you, I see what y'all parents were telling me. It grows you up. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things, you know, you have to just move differently when you got responsibility. You know what I'm saying? That's why I go hard. And you know what I'm saying? And for me, going hard is more of like me, I guess me in competition with myself. Because a lot of things I know that I could have done in the past, but I didn't capitalize on because I'm just playing and chilling. You know, a lot of things I could have done, I admitted myself that I didn't capitalize on because I was just chilling. Wasn't taking it as seriously. And I see, okay, you know what? Now I see, shoot, I got to get it. You know, I got to really do it. You know what I'm saying? I got to really make a mark. So that's why I do it for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't, if certain things not where I want it, I'm going to keep working to get it to where I want it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, it's not a season for me for giving up. You know, losing is not an option. Like I posted yesterday. If losing is not an option, you already won. For me, it's not an option. It's not losing is not an option. I don't have a losing mindset. You know what I'm saying? I may not win everything, but I'm still not a loser. You know what I'm saying? I already declared that. I already know that. So if it's not an option, I already won. And that's the type of mindset you got to have each and every day you put foot in the ground. That you losing is not an option. Losing is not an option. You know, being that, you know, I am older and I have a child, I'm taking it like my healthy walk more seriously. What I'm eating, what I'm doing, you know what? And I'm detoxing every day. And I know they were saying, well, some people say you don't have to lose weight, you thin. But this is what I do. Like with this tea, this is the my raspberry tea. This helps out with like aches and inflammation. It also, you get a good detox as well. This is what I take it for the benefit, and it tastes good, guys. You know, like a lot of time I do a lot of walking and stuff like that, and you know, so this also helps with inflammation. Like, you know, like a lot of times, you know, I might be, you know, like a little tense a little bit. This helps when I take my detox. This helps. I'm taking my health journey seriously. I'm exercising more. You know, I'm working out my muscles and, you know, trying to keep my blood and my heart regulated, my blood levels. I'm taking life in general more seriously. And you know, and just because a person is thin, that doesn't mean that you're healthy. You know, if you're eating all kind of stuff, you're eating all times of night, you're not detoxing. It shows up, you know what I'm saying? It shows up in your mood, attitude, your complexion, your skin. It just shows up, you know, and I wasn't taking that seriously. A lot of times I used to eat late and then go to bed. I didn't exercise at all. I didn't exercise before I started with this company and taking my natural products. I didn't exercise since college. And I'm not gonna tell y'all how long ago that was. Girlfriend is getting up there. Don't be fabulous with it though. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't exercise since college. And like now I'm seeing like, dang, but like I'm out the loop for a long time. You know, if I had like if I had an issue with weight, I would have been overweight. You know, if I really had an issue with weight, you know. But that's why, you know, you got to take things more seriously. The older you get, you know, you noticing signs with your body. You got to take things more seriously. get on, and then being that these products are all natural, I don't have to worry about a bunch of, like, a lot of medicine and stuff in your system. That stuff causes like cancers and diabetes and stuff. Like, you have to be careful with the medicines you're taking. It helps, it affects your brain and everything. So that's why, I like the products, like the company, because they do have natural things. Like you have like within the NRG capsule, it has like B12, B6. You have people actually going to get B12 shots just for energy. But that's inside of a capsule. You can take that with food and have all the energy, your mood, everything, and especially if you're a person that you work, you got things going on, you probably got kids, you want to participate in some of the activities your kids are involved in. Y'all, that NRG, these products, that Nutriburst, being the season of changing, this flu season, COVID, the #1 multivitamin, guys, that Nutriburst works. It clears up your skin. It gives you back all the minerals that been taken out of your body probably from the other drugs you used to use. Women being on birth control, women having their monthly cycles, like that Nutriburst put the minerals back into your body, and it's 72 minerals, and it's equivalent to eating 10 salads. And you're not gonna eat 10 salads at one time. Just at one capsule in the morning time. Get it and go. That anything to add more value to your life, and anything like to, add more years. What I'm saying? I'm for it. I'm really for it. That's why I take it. I'm thin. What I'm saying? But at the same time, that doesn't have anything to do with chemical imbalances. It doesn't have anything to do with minerals. Everything else comes out of my body. What I'm saying? I might be the main one need to take the product, of anybody else who's thin. What I'm saying? I still need to get toned up. I do. I'm working out now. I do need to get toned up a little bit. Just being healthy, having that mindset. Mindset of want to change, because we're not getting any older. Realizing having a family, that changes a lot of your perspective, and just want to do better. Just want to do better. And whatever success you had 5-10 years ago, it's time for something new. What I'm saying? Yeah, I've done a lot, but okay, it's time for something new, because you want to keep that fire lit. You want to keep going. What I'm saying? And you just want to keep the fire lit, and the fire keep going. You just want to keep it going. Losing is not an option. Yeah, I'm gonna get me a t-shirt to say losing is not an option. It's not. Y'all, and with my products, it's like I get paid for even using the products, guys. I get paid for even using my products. And it's like a win-win with these products. I'm healthy. I have fun doing it. Like, I put a post on, like, my side hustles are like leisures. It wasn't intended for any of us to be toiling. If you know what I'm saying, if you read the Bible, toiling and just working hard and just tiresome, working hard. It was not meant for us to be toiling. Like, with my side hustle, like I told my husband, like, I don't want 2 jobs. Whatever I don't have, I just won't have. Because I don't want to work 2-3 jobs. I don't want to work myself down like that. I'm more than that. But I do a side hustle that's that's a part of me, my niche, and what I like to do. Or I do a side hustle and have fun doing it. Whoa, that's what it is. So I enjoy doing what I'm doing, and it just completes the puzzle, guys. In addition to my main job, So, I just want to come on, just tell you, I appreciate, the support and the love y'all show, because y'all didn't have to do that. I don't take stuff like that for granted, not even on Facebook. I don't take stuff like that for granted. Y'all didn't have to do that. Y'all didn't have to be kind to the girl. What I'm saying? But I appreciate you all. If I could have comment under all those, I will. What I'm saying? I appreciate everything, the comments, and, and whoever celebrating the anniversary on this month, you know, whether it's 1 year, whatever, y'all did it. You know, I'm riding for you. You know, happy anniversary. People who's about to get married, y'all, you know, just, you know, change your mindset, you know, try to spend much quality time together, especially within that first year, because y'all, it's still dating. You know, it's still the dating period. You know, still, you know, try to spend much time as you can together. Learn one another. Learn what makes the other person tick. Learn what you can do to better yourself and in the relationship. You know, we don't believe in the thing about two halves come together. No, two wholes need to come together, not two halves. You need to be whole, and the other person needs to be whole. You know what I'm saying? Like, really, this is me talking. These are the views and opinions expressed by me. I feel like the way how time is going and how fast-paced things are, you don't have time to be building people up. They need to be already now come with something. Now, yeah, I help you. I might help assist, but I don't have time to be holding hands and stuff like that, because some things you're supposed to already know, especially if you is of age. You know, some things, if you got to be doing too much work, y'all might need to go back. If you're not married, you know, you just might want to kind of wait a while, wait to some, like, kind of, you know, help and do what you can. But it's not supposed to be, you know, I got to help you all the way up now. You got to already be now come with something to the table. That's why I say two wholes, not two halves. You got to be a mover and shaker too. That's why you got to know who you about to be in matrimony with. Who you with now, because it's harder once you get married, and that's when it become much real. You know what I'm saying? You want to be now tackle that stuff before you get married. You know, you want to do that before you get married. So, you know, just, you know, want to just say thank you, and guys, you know, just thank you for everything. Thank you for watching me, guys. Guys, be blessed and happy.